so you catch on, and then
for both you guys, it wasn't so like I think everybody left that first practice like, damn, that shit was dope and shit. There wasn't like, it wasn't like really awkward, like, oh man, like, you know, sometimes you can definitely feel that vibe in the room, like, you know what I'm saying, like, and me and Johnny have been through a lot of players.
How do you have enough fingers on my hand?
Like, we've been through a lot of musicians. I don't know, like that have rolled through, and sometimes it's good vibe, and we expect more, but then they're like flake and they don't come back. So just like it just felt like we could feel the vibe, and you've been consistent. You keep coming back, so that's dope. So moving on from that, so like,
why do you come back?
Well, because
shit, here
you
we
know
go.
what? It's like
the real fucking.
I fucking
questions.
love the feeling that I get when I jam with you guys, and it feels good. And it's like, you know, I'll play a solo over what you guys are doing and shit. And Johnny's like, yeah, and I'm just like, fuck yeah. And, you know, it's like, my point is not to reinvent the wheel, but maybe add some of the tread patterns to that tire. You know what I'm saying?
So I'll look you straight in your face and be like,
and I'm like, oh my fuck God. Yeah, dude. And I feel just as good as you do, bro. You know what I'm saying?
It's so dope.
And Andy too.
Guitar,
you know?
Guitar.
We all look at each other and we're like, dude, do it again.
Yeah, we just
as long as they're
well,
happy,
you know?
I'm fucking happy.
And Andy's like, let's just keep playing that shit. Like, I don't give a fuck. It doesn't need to end. Let's just play it, you know? And,
sick.
Yeah, and, you know, I'm just loving doing something different, you know, than what I'm used to doing. You know, I mean, I grew up with rap, too. You know what I mean? And it's like, I had homies back in the day from, like, Gardnerville and shit that's all they listened to. You know, my buddy Mark, he had a Honda station wagon with the, you know, the 15-inch speakers and 12s and 10s and tweets, and, you know, like, you'd have to crack your windows and shit to drive around bumping and stuff. And it's like, you know, I love rap too, you know, but I also love metal, you know, and then like adding them two together, it feels like the flavor that I needed, you know, and
that goes back to the fact that how like when we're driving around in your fucking quad, fucking and fucking bumping fucking like we put out the video, fucking we're bumping like fucking body count and shit at maximum volume and at maximum speed, and like the conversation that we had, like, can you imagine like like this is gonna blow people's fucking minds, like you're a fucking punk fucking rock fucking like staple in fucking Reno. Let's be real about it, bro. I'm giving you your flowers right now.
Yes, sir.
Like
thank you.
You like, for real shit. The fact that like they like now blow people's minds. Like, how in the fuck like this punk rock dude is in fucking, now he's like fucking with these guys? Like, how is that even fucking, like, how what is this? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm still like I'm so confused as probably like most people. Like, I still don't even know how we got you like to come around, bro.
Like, even Worst Little like, Podcast was like, what the fuck, Jimmy? You're like famous punk rock like Machine Gun Vendetta guy. Like, what are you doing?
That's another thing too, man. That's a good thing that you just brought that up. That I never like really realized it until that they mentioned it like on that podcast, and then it kind of sunk in after I left that night. But like we are like a super group.
Yeah,
and it's I never thought about it like that. I just thought, like, you know what I mean? Like, I got a bunch of cool people. These are my homies. Like I never thought about it as the powerhouse that we actually are. that everybody in this fucking group has their own fucking has their own projects.
Yeah.
Like, this is like a side project.
Yeah. Well,
for me, it's my main project. But for y'all, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, for y'all, like, y'all already are established fucking people fucking with me. So, like, that's kind of weird, too. For, like, I'm like, how did I get all these fucking cool people? But I'm just saying, like, yeah, man, that shit. Like, I never really, like, that interview and saying that, I'm like, damn, man. When you sit back and really think about that, everybody involved in this project has their own fucking projects. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's pretty amazing for we can all come together and fucking and we're doing something different that Reno does not fucking have, man.
You know, like
we are Reno's only fucking rap metal fucking goddamn band in Reno. And it's been that way for like fucking 10 years and shit.
Let me iterate on that though, because, you know, I like diversity, and I think that, you know, this group has diversity because we all have other things going on that are completely different than what we're doing, and nobody is doing what we're doing here.
Right.
But, you know, like music is a mood altering substance, almost like a drug, you know? And it's like, if you're cruising, you know, and you're listening to some cruising music, you know, like, you'll feel it. You know what I mean? Like, listen to Tom Petty. I mean, that guy wrote hit after hit after hit after hit, you know, and not that many people do, you know, but if you feel like, you know, smashing some shit and you listen to some fucking metal, it's like, that's the feeling that you get. You know what I mean? And when you listen to punk rock, it's like, you know, you get that feeling of, you know, rebellion and resistance. Yeah. And, you know, it's like, that's what you feel, you know. But if you listen to like some like classic Italian, classic, you know, orchestra or whatever, then you feel kind of more mellow. You know what I mean? Because music is like a drug. And
that explains my playlist, my daily playlist, man. I listen to all that shit.
Yeah.
Just throw some Tupac in there.
Yeah.
Like gangster,
you know what I mean? Yeah. And you'll feel that shit. You know what I mean? And it's like, that's the fucking cool thing. You know what I mean? Is that like when I jam with you guys,
it's a motherfucking
melting pot.
Feel that
shit.
It's a motherfucking melting pot, man.
Yes. And it's a different fucking feeling. You know what I mean? Because we're like essentially crashing two fucking worlds together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I know. Let's just okay.
Amazing.
Yeah.
This is another thing.
Wow.
This is another thing. So,
love it.
Hell yeah.
just so, like I was saying about the diversity between all like supergroup shit. Let's break it down. Jimmy, you're in a fucking legendary fucking punk rock fucking band in Reno.
Yeah.
Johnny, you are in like you're like a grunge.
Evil Ash, the only band that does what we do.
Yes,
in Reno.
Yeah. That's true. You're like a country punk grunge fucking band. That
you can maybe put a name on it. I don't know if you can.
I don't know if you
put a name on it.
That's how I would explain it.
The only thing that I feel is like Kurt Cobain smashed in with some other motherfuckers. We got MCJ, also known as his Relic 444. Yeah, Relic 444.
And this little guy is doing like fucking EDM, fucking trap, fucking.
It's
like
impressive to me
shit.
that the kid just turned 24. Like, you know, I mean. It seems
good,
like
I'm saying, like,
with his lyricists and everything else, it seems like he's been doing this shit for a lot longer than, you know, like a 24-year-old fucking kid.
I'm just saying,
you know,
dude, we met him when he was like 19 or some shit. Like, fucking, like, this kid was he was already off the charts.
And the other night, that's the first time I've heard his solo shit, and it was dope. It was super EDM.
Which I have some questions.
So I'm just saying, like. I'm just saying the diversity of everybody involved in this fucking project is like, fuck, man. Like, we all have our own backgrounds. We all have our own fucking like shit.
Our influences, our ideas.
But we all come together for this project is fucking insane, bro.
Yeah. Which, you know, bringing in Richie Panelli, the new video that's coming out might be out already by now, by the time this video is released. But, you know, I mean,
Nick,
I'm excited as fuck.
It'll be out by now, but we're gonna, yes.
I'm excited as fuck.
Go check out the fucking video.
Yeah.
Intoxxikated.
If you haven't seen it yet, what are you waiting for?
Yeah, what the fuck, man?
Yeah,
fucking
RENO-VATED, baby.
Welcome everybody to the Wild Wild
West.
West.
Like, you know, it's like, it just feels good that everybody comes together and clashes together like we do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and it's
like, it feels
not so
good.
much like, yes, it's a clash, but it's a connection. Like, it's,
you know,
because you can clash and be like, oh, you played the wrong thing, you're doing the wrong thing. No, that's a clash, but like, it's the way we mesh.
Yeah,
it's a mesh. Like we mesh together. Like it's super different than anything you ever heard before.
Our shenanigans are a fucking great mix.
Say shenanigans again.
Yeah, shenanigans. Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah. We love what we do. I hope you love what we do. We're bringing it all up in your faces.
Yeah.
We ain't going nowhere, man. This, you know, just the fact that we all do have our own. You know what I mean? Well, you guys do.
Yeah, well, hey,
this is my fucking project.
Ozzy thinks that he doesn't, but he has Intoxxikated television that he does, and he is a damn good fucking interviewer.
Yes.
You know, and that's like his other...
Holy fuck. Let's not get me started on all this fucking other shit.
Like, hey, we all have our
I'm
own
running
things.
everything behind the scenes, y'all.
Television.
Like, you know? And the promotion. Like, I'm not very good at promoting.
You know, this guy's always good at
setting up all the fucking videos,
online,
all the motherfucking,
like,
all the Spotifys and the social medias and fucking...
Hey, that's his other band. That's his other band.
My other band is behind the scenes, motherfuckers. Y'all don't.
Yeah,
but
that's how you're supposed.
Hey, but y'all see it though.
Yeah,
somebody got to do that.
You're flooding my feed, man.
That's the only reason.
Flooding my feed.
That's the only reason that we're sitting there right now.
Bring it to me.
You know, so
I need some more of that. Feed me.
Yeah,
feed me.
Fuck y'all. I am gonna post every.
We have other bands, but we're not out there fucking interviewing people and questioning the way that Ozzy does, and he has a certain way about him.
Yeah,
that is, you know, pretty fucking cool, and I'm glad to meet these guys and be homies with them.
Stop gassing me and shit.
Yeah,
man.
hey, no, this is where we interview you.
Johnny already started it, man. It's called Get to Know Z, man. Check it out. We got 2 episodes.
But you're right, man. There's like nobody in our bands would ever put on a production like
that.
So
and it's like,
hey, man, let's talk.
It's really fucking, it's hard to get out there and start doing stuff like that and be consistent with it. Mm-hmm. You know, like with Machine Gun Vendetta, it's like, you know, we're self-promoted, self-managed, everything. We've been on a magazine in the UK, thanks to Nikki and, my wife. And it's like, we've never really, like had someone that was like knew everything that you're supposed to do. But, shout out to Scott, our drummer. He does fucking everything and he's good at it.
Nice.
You know what I mean? And it's like, I always took that for granted. And now that I've tried stepping into his shoes and like promoting and booking and all that shit, I see how hard it really is, I mean, Scott, he's going to Japan the day after tomorrow.
Hell yeah.
He's going to spend 3 weeks in Japan or wherever he's
shout
doing
out,
it.
Man. Shout out Scott, man.
Yeah, shout out to Scott. Yeah. Fuck yeah, bro.
Yeah. Fucking safe travels, my guy.
Yeah. I mean, hey, you know what?
No, you just told me that the other night.
Is he a single man?
And I mean,
thank God.
Jeez.
Hey,
you go to Japan single?
Hey, he studied Japanese.
Come with you?
He studied Japanese, in his college.
Oh, he's a motherfucking gangster, bro.
And he's been there 3 times. He's friends with bands over there. He had a Japanese band in Oakland that all they did was Japanese music, and they were preparing to just play in Japan.
See, and, that's the next thing, man. We all need passports.
To step outside of yourself like that and explore something like that is just, it's way fucking cool. you know, and
That's
to hear his
amazing.
stories is like just super cool. Like Daikoju and, you know, whatever he does, and, you know, the other Japanese bands and like their tradition and styles.
No, that's
It's
hella
like,
gang.
hey, if we toured there, you'd be super fucking cool. You know?
We've
always
actually
wanted-
have
yeah, I've always
we
wanted to go
actually
there,
have
but-
fans in Japan that want us to come out there. I just don't have my passport yet, and then everybody
Yeah.
else needs one, and fucking we have to figure it out.
We need a GoFundMe for Japan.
Well, hey, you know, essentially, like 7 seconds.
We really need to take a break
you know?
right now because this time is about to run out, and we will be right back.
Intoxxikated.
Right back. Intoxxikated.
Intoxxikated.
Television.
One.
Yeah. One.
Subscribe to Intoxxikated Television!
Cheers.
One.